to another. Now it's going to be Ganondorf. My boy Benoit travels for the games that he likes. He's here for both Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat, but he's always a Mortal Kombat guy in his heart. That's his main game, and he's been to EVO Japan, he's been to a bunch of European majors. This is his first ever combo breaker. I think this is his first American tournament as well. He's just a guy that loves to compete.
Yes. And, if you love those two games, there's no way you can miss out on Combo Breaker.
Oh, yeah, man. Combo Breaker treats every game with the utmost respect, and I appreciate it very much so.
Yeah, and he's going to be going up against STB Competitor, and I believe he's been doing a lot of work with Johnny Cage. I know he does have a local scene right around him, and it's really great to see some of these more rural areas just kind of create a local scene. Of course we have Wednesday Night Fights and Next Level, but to see them pop up everywhere else, it's just a blast.
Remember, guys, follow NRS Esports on Twitter. You want to make sure that you're staying up to date with all the competitive Mortal Kombat action, and that is the place to be. And did you guys know that STB, Simply the Best, this clan was formed back in the Mortal Kombat Deception days?
They go that far back?
I'm pretty sure, because Shu Jinky Dink, he was a Deception guy many years ago. Before MK9, he was Deception.
Yes.
That's why Shu Jinky Dink. He's a Shu Jinko fan.
Yes.
Simply the Best, I'm pretty sure, I chatted to Dink a long time ago about it, and it was Simply the Best is a clan that has existed since the PS2 Netplay days, when Deception was the very first online Mortal Kombat. I believe it might even have been the first online fighting game back then. I don't know if any of the other titles on things like Xbox may be, but I know that at the very least it was the first online MK, but after Deadly Alliance. And that was, clan wars were huge. Clan wars were like the way to compete, because there were no offline tournaments for the PS2 games back then. The ways players proved they were best was they'd sit online, they'd join one of the biggest clans, and they'd do clan battles.
I mean, it's kind of like a self-made matchmaking system, If you're a part of this
forums,
clan
man,
and you want to go with someone else, and you're even able to just also train with and play with other clan members. If no one else is going to do it, if the game's not going to do it for you, you got to do it for yourself.
Hey, man, before sponsors, there were clans. That's all I'm saying, man.
That's what it is.
Times have changed, and for the better for all the players, of course, but
right.
We're now going to see Scorpion versus Cedric. Wait. So, we were talking about a competitor doing work with Johnny Cage. I wonder if he doesn't want to play this matchup in particular.
Yeah,
Cetrion's a very keep-away heavy character, and Cage has to get in.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of top-level players think that you at least need a decent pocket Scorpion to get around Cetrion play, but maybe that was just a button check. I know for a fact he's a huge Johnny Cage fan, but hold on, there we go. Or maybe Cetrion's not his character. I don't know if you know too much about his specific MK11.
I know that he is a Cetrion player, is Ganondorf, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise.
Tell me. No, you don't want to tell me?
Okay. Competitor told me earlier, he was like, I really hope I get on stream, because if I win, or it might even be win or lose, he's got a little thing.
Okay.
He's got a thing on.
He got a treat for us.
He's got a treat for us. Yeah.
Okay.
And he has got his stream time, so I've no doubt, win or lose, we'll see it.
Nice. Can't wait.
Oh man, Johnny Cage.
Yours
I love watching
is
Johnny
not
Cage.
a virtuous life.
Maybe not, but it's damn sexy.
Repent, or face the Elder God's judgment.
Wow, Cetrion. The official fun police right here.
Yeah, right here. She's done. She's done with all of it. But hold on, Johnny Cage isn't a nut punch launcher for your troubles. And competitor off to a great start, utilizing and instilling the fear of his great mids to force his way into throws.
And also, if you're playing that footsies game, a long-range low goes a long way too. And Johnny Cage has an excellent low, using it in footsies, especially with the green spark. But a good lead so far. Ganondorf, a lot of work to do to get this life bar back, but as long as he maintains this full screen presence.
Oh, not fast enough.
Yeah, tries to whip punish, but a little bit too slow on the uptake there.
He's still looking great, though. That's going to be a full combo punish, utilizing the bar, but the breakaway, he wants to live to take this round, but I don't know if that's going to be a great decision there. Johnny Cage, one of the best characters at not only making sure he gets his turn, but also making sure you don't get yours.
I mean, he's a bit of a turn stealer, isn't he?
Yes.
Those low pokes that are super plus and hit, like one of the main ways to guarantee that situation. But now goes in for the clothesline, becomes more powerful as it gets on, I think.
Yes. So if it's blocked twice, it then becomes unblockable, but it is always a high.
Of course. Now there's that corner confirm, man. Nut punch. Let's get that restand. I think he maybe expects some disrespect, but it's going to come just a little bit later. Ganondorf, the down two crushing blow. The breakaway was forced as well. If Ganondorf can catch him now, he's going to get respect for the damage. But, oh my god, competitor refusing to be kept away. Clothesline for the plus frames. Here we go. The trade as well. Competitor looking very strong right now.
Yeah, he's whiffing buttons right in front of him, and he's taking his turn at the perfect opportunity here. Gonna just leave him in a standing position here, but he's gonna cash out and take the damage.
Uh-oh,
Shadow
whips the
kick.
ground pound. Yeah, Ganondorf's in a spot of bother. That was a very, very clean game number one. Competitor's going to take it 1-0. And I think that's just, to me, you look at this matchup and you think, well, is Cetrion going to kind of just bully him from full screen all game? But as a Johnny Cage player, you just have to get in. I know that's stating the obvious sometimes, but if this is a matchup where she's going to keep you out all day, just do whatever it takes the moment the round begins. Because if you get a life lead, it becomes actually very scary as a zoner to go, hey, I've now got to spend a whole round just fending this guy off me, you know?
Talk about splitting hairs.
Round one, fight.
A competitor does have full screen options, as we saw at the end of the last game. He does have 2 consistent fireballs if he does decide to amplify his straight fireball. Now they are both still high, but he does have strings that kind of make them pseudo mids.
Shadow kick as well.
Yes.
Especially when you're within range. And
Right now, Ganondorf looking like he's doing a better job of keeping competitor out, but how long is it going to last? And is he going to find himself in the corner in a very bad spot here? But he's fighting back, punishing that very unsafe string.
I'm not sure what the short hop was for there. Might have been an execution error. Maybe have been a hard read on one of Cetrion's buttons, but he's going to get punished because they are unsafe on block. Speaking of which... Oh no! He drops the punish and then eats a crushing blow down 2 for his troubles. Ganondorf tries to go for a little bit of optimized damage and drops it, giving competitor an avenue back in. And he's actually... Well, okay, he's out. He's out.
That was a big drop there. He tried to go in with the back 2. I know it is a kick, but it is a back 2 for some reason.
That really messes me up, you know.
Yeah.
a kick being a punch button, like, I'll never get used to it.
Why? Whoa, tucks under the high!
Aerobics! And now we go, full combo. Cetrion just going for the knockdown into a guaranteed backdash because the full screen, this is where Ganondorf wants to be. And we know that.
Very close to getting crushing blow, and if it does connect in the air, now competitor's trying to find his way in, but I see his frustrations coming out in his gameplay. He's letting go of block at the wrong time, and he's not advancing when he has it. There we go, reversal punish. If he didn't know that before, he has to know that now.
Cetrion's standing buttons are very strong anti-airs. It's kind of hard to jump in on Cetrion when she's ready. Speaking of jump in, are we going to see a crushing blow rock?
Throwing boulders and boulders. I almost feel like competitor's a little too scared to go to the air because of that crushing blow, because he knows the threat of it exists. Dash cancel from the fatal blow into a throw. That's one of the scariest things, and what a great whip punish. He saw the wake up coming from a mile away. Competitor back in the driver's seat.
He gets hit one more time, it's game over. If he gets opened up, he's dead. Ganondorf doesn't have the defensive meter. He's just built breakaway, but with the fatal blow, give him the chance. No, it won't. Goes in for the shadow kick, and he's going to pay the price for it. If he got that shadow kick, he would have got one more guess, I think. You know, it could have been a meaty mid, could have been a grab. Bet the farm on a shadow kick that Ganondorf was more than ready for. It's going to be 1-1 here.
He bet it all on black there. That high, very punishable, as you just saw. Ganondorf just textbook punishing the highs that come at you on block. Still kind of safe. If that thing whiffs, that is punishment sitting. Here we go.
We talked about this earlier, didn't we?
Entertaining the idea of having a pocket Scorpion to take on the Cetrion. But you know what? I think he's thinking about his little treat. It might be a Johnny Cage specific treat for the crowd. So he said, you know what? Let's go out with Johnny Cage. Let's go out with the character that I love.
It won't work if he changes characters.
It won't work. Yeah, I had a feeling.
It won't have the impact. It won't have the same impact, guys. Don't worry about it. But no, he was thinking about changing, and in the best of 3, it's kind of hard to gauge that. I think the matchup was close. I think he won game 1 so solidly, and it was so close in game 2 that this doesn't look like a matchup thing to me. Speaking of which, though, matchups, Cetrion standing, she's so hard to jump in on, especially if the player has good reactions. You know, this guy used to play Raiden. Ganondorf's a Raiden guy back in the day. Confirms into a full combo. And he's keeping the whole thing grounded too. He's not going for anything that resembles a launch, no jump kicks, no nothing. This guy wants to get fully unbreakable damage.
And again, competitor just getting frustrated with this whole full screen zoning here. The ground pounds, the boulders, everything just going not his way. Can he at least get out of the corner and turn the tables, buy himself a little bit of real estate? Yes, he is. Tossing her there, and I think now he's okay, unless he can make the comeback. Looking for the wake-up, but doesn't get anything. That's one cage rage. Let's see if another one gets blocked.
Hang on.
The access to the unblockable? No.
Plus frames, disrespect, maybe expected a grab. He has breakaway. If he's hit now, it's game over. Competitor. He's going to get punished.
No! He
doesn't
dropped
get the
it!
punish! I can't believe it. That was the game. That was the round. Guaranteed on a silver plate. You just had to take it, and he couldn't. Ganondorf now is looking at match point, and that is a potential tilter. Let's hope he can keep it together.
I mean, what you need to tell yourself as a competitor is that you were able to do it. Now it's a fresh round. I have the ability to make this comeback. If I almost came back from that awful situation, I can definitely win in this neutral one.
All right, here we go. Here comes the pressure. Disrespect again. Full combo, nut punch. Now he's
here
in
we
a
go.
Fantastic position there. Good throw escape. Oh, the anti again. You
Stand
can't
one?
jump in, man.
Stand one?
You can't jump in against Zetrion. She will make you pay for it.
That meaty boulder just perfectly meeting competitor. I feel like what he needs to do a little bit more is delay the wake-ups to kind of, throw off Cetrion so she can't really get that free boulder that forces him to block it. And it just gives her advantage, buys her time, and gives her a little bit of the life lead.
And what was looking like an excellent turnaround for competitor is starting to slip through his fingers a little bit. The airborne rock, we're not going to get a crushing blow today. Pushes them full screen. It's not the damage, it's the positioning in this situation. And right now, Ganondorf is in the driver's seat. Oh my god, this could even be near game over.
No, he didn't have the bar. He didn't have the bar. He just was shy of it. Goes for it, and he tries to shimmy him, but to no avail. Ganondorf taking it over the competitor. And what a heartbreaker here. We're going to send you off with a fatal. Competitor shaking his head.
I think for me, it was just... I think ultimately just a little bit of decision making is what it came down to. The final decision, the missed punish, which I think will probably haunt him. I think it will stay with him for a little bit.
Forever. Yeah, no, that drill, very, very punishable. I'm not sure if Ganondorf just was so sure that it was going to hit, or if he thought that it was going to chip him out.
He's going to be disappointed. I'm still not going to spoil the surprise just in case, I don't know, on an off chance maybe we'll see him. Maybe not. But maybe I'll save it for another time. But Ganondorf keeping it together, and after as dominant of a game one as it was,
yes, super dominant.
In this, and I'm going to keep going back to it because that the best of three change. It does demand that players be ready for that environment, and Ganondorf is an impressive turnaround. When you dominantly lose game number one, when you don't have a lot of time to adapt, it tests your mettle as a player.
Oh yeah.
Props to Ganondorf. EU, looking good on stream today. I have to say, I don't want to jinx it, but let's go, boys.
Yeah, absolutely here. And again, competitor has him in the corner, and this is really where he bullied him the whole time, air escaping, and was able to just kind of keep his composure and keep everything going his way. And a little bit of a drop there by Ganondorf, but again, this is where it all went wrong, if memory serves me right. Competitors making correct read after read, saw the wake-up coming, punished it perfectly with those long-range normals by Johnny Cage, and again, leaving him in a standing position, no access to wake-up, no access to any of those defensive mechanics, but at the end, it didn't matter. He kept it solid.
But I don't know what the string is with Cetrion. I think it might be the forward 2-3 string that is the advance into the stomp, and then obviously she's got the drill ender, which is the extension of the string. I don't know how unsafe it is, but we did see earlier he got his standing jab, and it was a punish. And
stand two.
He clearly tried to go for the stand two later on, and that really was where everything changed for the worse. Where he had the win, he just had to take it. All he had to do was just do a decent combo, and it won the round, and he lost the game by messing up the punish.
Yes.
And the second that happens, the end of the round, you may as well say, well, this might be over, because that will tilt 95% of us. That you can't stop thinking about how the last round ended in the final round. Like, it's